There's a
Let's
match too.
get to those Commanders. Perfect little segue there. Commanders, the Washington Commanders, Crevante's Commanders, lose to the Dallas Cowboys in the season finale, 38-10. It wasn't much of a game. Finished the season 4-13. Fire head coach Ron Rivera after a 4-13 season. 26, 40-1 in 4 seasons. He is gone. Josh Harris does bring in Golden State Warriors Bob Myers, former general manager who helped build that team, and former Minnesota Vikings general manager and current co-host of multiple podcasts, Rick Spielman, who did a good job in Minnesota as well. We know Magic Johnson is a part of the job. 76ers co-managing partner David Blitzer and Mitchell Rails, who's a limited partner with the Commanders, will also be involved as well. It seems like Cavante, they're going to bring in guys who have had success in multiple sports. He is going to be hands-on, but he's going to let the guys who are good at it make those choices. 80 plus million in cap space, number 2 overall pick. And Cravante, 5 picks in the top 100. Don't know if you
Right.
know that. So you get
That's right.
cheap labor, you got a lot of cap space. How are you feeling as the season comes to an end? But there's their light at the end of the Commander's tunnel for you, my brother.
I'm cool with it. Well, first of all, I think that's my Maham. Happy New Year, man. So I feel great. Like I said, I've been telling y'all since we lost to the Giants the second time. Yo, listen, forget it. Forget this year. Ron Rivera's gone. No matter what, let's see what we can do as far as getting the highest pick we can get. That's what I've been saying for at least half. I felt like at least half the year. And I told you I wanted Caleb in the beginning, but we were going to have to be really, 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 really bad. And I didn't think we were going to be really, really, really bad, but we ended up being really, 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 really bad. So I'm cool with. Listen, some fans, depending on who you talk to, some fans are like, "Hey, I want to win. I don't care about that draft picks or whatever." And some people is like, "Hey, this is the only way we're going to get better." Because being a middle of the pack team, you need a game changer to get out of the middle of the pack team. And I felt like I felt like that's what we were. So now we get a game changer at quarterback, hopefully, prayerfully. But I did this 4-13 does not move me one way or another because I know this is still the end stench, the legit end of an era from Daniel Snyder. There should be nothing else left from Daniel Snyder. And now Josh Harris has complete control moving forward. And Magic Johnson to get this team together. Again, a lot of cap space, whole lot of cap space. Number 2 overall pick, which will also make it a very good and sexy job for a GM. If we're going that route, if Jim Harbaugh won't be available, if he's not available, we'll probably pick a GM, then we'll pick a head coach. But this makes this job very, very attractive. But yeah, so everybody gets a new slate, fresh canvas, and it's time to make it your own. Magic Johnson, Josh Harris, make it your own. Pick your quarterback, pick your GM, pick your head coach, and let's move forward with this. But yes, I'm very, very happy. Very happy.
Cavante, I'm gonna throw a couple things at you real quick. We heard the rumblings this weekend. I think even Roger might have been the first to really put it in the chat, and then I heard about it on social media. Mike McDonald, Michigan D coordinator, comes back to the Ravens this year. Number 1 defense. Ravens won a triple crown. I think the first team ever to lead the
First
league in
ever.
sacks,
Yep.
points, and what was the other one? Uh,
Turnover.
Takeaway.
turn. Yeah, yeah. So you got Mike McDonald. They have Anthony Weaver, defensive line coach. Justin Madubuike looks like a beast this year. We've seen what Clowney and those guys are doing. I mean, Jesus Christ. Bobby Slowick, also offensive coordinator for your Texans, with your boy C.J. Stroud, who came from where? San Francisco with D'Amico Ryans, uh, with that wonderful offense. And there was a time where Mike McDaniel, Matt LaFleur,
Oh,
Sean McVay,
stop, Bob, stop. Stop.
Little
Stop.
Shanahan,
Stop. Stop.
Big
Stop. Stop.
Shanahan. They
Oh,
all
you
were
stop.
on the same coaching staff.
Oh, yo, we all the hot coaches right now were all once upon a time on the Redskins coaching staff. Yes, Mike McDaniels, uh, LaFleur, Shanahan, McVay, and I want to say they might have been on the team all at the same time
I think
too.
so. Yep, it was under Big Shanahan.
Right. So Kyle was the offensive coordinator. Sean McVay was the tight ends coach, and I feel like Mike McDaniel was like an
Video
assistant.
coordinator. He was like a video
Right.
coordinator. He
So
was on
he
his
was like,
Eric Spoelstra.
and LaFleur was, I think, was assistant to Kyle Shanahan or something. I forgot. But yo, that's crazy how we've had all this great coaching talent and can't do nothing with them. But Daniel Snyder's no longer here. I'm trying my best to wipe that out of my mind and look at better days. But yeah, man, it sucks to have like 5 hot, really, really good head coaches, and they all was on our roster at one point or another. Terrible. And Sean McVay, I believe, was the youngest head coach that the NFL's had. I, I don't know, man. It's like when guys pluck from us, they know exactly what to pluck. It's like, let's get that out of there.
Is there a
But it's all
particular candidate you
because
want?
we're coming for, and we got a laundry list of people that we're about to interview. I mean, from head coach to GM, there's a couple guys on y'all roster. Obviously, McDonald is he's going to be interviewed to potentially be head coach. You just named it. Triple crown defense, like that's crazy. But he also got his start. Well, let me say he got his feet. He put his skin in the game with the Ravens. Left, came back, and boom, picked up right where we left off. And I don't know. I heard this story that Jim Harbaugh asked his brother for some assistance. He was like, "Man, I need a guy," and he gave him, was it Minster? Was it Minster or McDonald?
You
And
mean
I
from
forgot.
you mean from Michigan?
Yeah, but they were on the Ravens coaching staff.
You talking
But
about you talking about our defensive coordinator, right?
yes, it was McDonald and it was another guy.
It was McDonald.
But
He gave us Mike McDonald back.
No.
Oh.
Saying when Jim Harbaugh was struggling in Michigan, he called his brother like, "Yo, I need some help."
And he gave McDonald.
He gave him McDonald, but it was between McDonald and the other guy. But McDonald was the choice.
No, we had McDonald first, then we gave him to Jim, then Jim gave him back.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
But we gave him to Jim because Jim needed help.
Exactly, right.
And Jim was like, "Yo, bro, what's up? I need somebody. You got somebody?" He said, "Yeah, I got a guy. Is it between him or him?" And McDonald's one of the choice. But I forgot the other guy's name. But McDonald was obviously an amazing choice. So, which means he's up for a head coaching job. You guys have Joe Ortiz, director of personnel.
Yep.
You have another guy, assistant head coach, D-line coach.
Anthony Weaver.
There we go. Yep, Anthony Weaver. And because I don't know if y'all know, I said this before, Josh Harris said he wants to model his organization after the Ravens. And I said, well, goddamn it, Josh Harris, I like how you're talking already. Obviously, we got guys like Ben Johnson, who's a hot guy. Bobby down in Houston. Raheem Morris, DC and LA. He used to coach with us back in the day. I believe he was our DB coach back in the day. And a couple of guys, but it's gonna be interesting. You see, it doesn't take time at all. We should have our GM by the time the Super Bowl comes. You know what I'm saying? Possibly our head coach too, which would be great because that's more time to get everybody prepared for the draft. because this draft and this offseason is going to be huge moving forward for the Washington Commanders.
We'll leave it there with the Commanders, but we'll definitely have more news once it comes out on the Commanders. Let's go up 95 to the number 1 seed Ravens, who the Commanders are trying to model themselves after. Raj, how you feeling, man? Raj, it's Super Wild Card weekend and the Ravens are chilling.